Good evening. Welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here's the news today. The Vietnam General Confederation of Labor has held a conference with Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính to meet and hold dialogue with 4,500 workers. The conference was held online to 63 provinces and cities across the country. Nearly 10,000 questions, recommendations, and proposals with 126 issues have been sent to the head of the government. The questions, recommendations, and proposals focus on 10 major problem groups, in which social housing for workers received the most attention. In concluding the dialogue, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính asked to absorb, listen to opinion, and gather issues continually, review mechanism and policy, then quickly add modification. The Prime Minister also expressed his wish that workers continue to promote the role, historical tradition, and revolutionary struggle of the working class, to continue contributing to the cause of national construction and defense. The government office has issued a document going in the direction of Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính on the petroleum right information and Malaysia's ability to supply petroleum to Vietnam. The document stated that on June 3rd, the Ministry of Industry and Trade reported clarifying information on petrol price and Malaysia's ability to supply petrol to Vietnam. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính requested Minister of Industry and Trade Nguyễn Hồng Diên to closely monitor and coordinate with relevant agencies to consider and handle according to regulations. According to the World Economic Forum Tourism and Development Index 2021 report, Vietnam tourism had increased 8th place, reaching the top 3 countries with the highest growth. The Bernama News site of Malaysia said that the number of international visitors to Vietnam increased 4.5 times compared to 2021. In the first 5 months of the year, tourism revenue increased by 34.7%. Mr. Hong Sun, Vice President of the Korea Business Association in Vietnam, said, after opening the border on May 15, many Koreans have come to visit and work in Vietnam. Summer is coming, the tourist season for Koreans, and many airports are expected to be crowded with Korean tourists. Asian highlights that, say destination, low cost, friendly people, many tourist attractions are the strength of Vietnam. In addition, with the removal of medical declaration and early opening, Vietnam is considered to have easy entry procedure, thereby quickly improving its position on the post-epidemic recovery index. On June 12, during the final plenary session at the 2022 Asia Security Summit, Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore, the whole defense minister Nguyễn Anh Hè called on Asia to continue to promote peace and cooperate to avoid disaster during this time. Giving a warning statement, Minister Nguyễn Anh Hè stated, all Asia countries have expressed respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity as a basic principle, despite dispute. Even as recently after the Russia-Ukraine conflict, we must ensure that talking go hand in hand if we want to avoid a catastrophe. In terms of security, Mr. Nguyễn Anh Hè emphasized that Asia needs to strengthen its existing foundation, said the Asia Defense Minister Meeting Plus, a dialogue between Asia and Australia, China, India, Japan, New Zealand, Korea, Russia, and USA. The last working day of the Shangri-La Dialogue also witnessed the fight battle of words between the representatives of the U.S. and China. Chinese Defense Minister Wei Fenghe criticized the U.S. for taking advantage of the support of Asia-Pacific countries to oppose Beijing, accusing Washington of seeking to promote its own interests under the guise of multilateral nationalism. On the sideline of the 2022 Shangri-La Dialogue, Mr. Wei also bilaterally with his Japanese counterpart, Nabo Kishi. In it, Mr. Kishi stated that Japan opposed China's effort to change the status quo in the East and South China Sea, noting that peace and security in the Taiwan Strait are important not only to Japan, but also to the international community. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.